Welcome back to the channel. I will say I didn't think my revolver videos would do as well as they've been doing for me. So it seems like a lot of people are really into revolvers like me, and the videos are getting a lot more views. So I figured I'd do a comparison on two of the revolvers that I have that I've done videos on that have done well. So what you see in front of you is two Taurus revolvers. I am a Taurus guy. I think bang for the buck, value, their warranty, what they stand behind. I think they're a good company. So, what you see is a 605 poly protector. This is chambered in 357 Magnum and 38 Special. And then you have a Taurus 856. These are both 2-inch snub nose revolvers. The 856 is only chambered in 38 Special. So I'm going to show you something here. Chambered in 38 Special only, the model 856 is a all steel, all metal gun. One of the neat features about this gun is that it is a 6-shot revolver. It's a 6-shot revolver because it's only chambered in 38 Special. Okay, so it will only take 38 Special rounds. I don't have any 357 Magnums that I can show you right now, but it's only chambered in 38 Special. So in a result, you get 6 rounds out of this gun. You do have an exposed hammer. So this is what they call a single double action revolver. So as you saw, the gun is clear. I want to show you something. With this hammer being exposed, and not, they do make versions that don't have the exposed hammer for concealed carry, but I wanted something that I can get single and double action, and I want to show you why. Double action only in these revolvers, the trigger pull is heavy, long, and quite gruesome. Okay? I mean, it's taken. I'll get a scale one of these days and I'll show you the trigger pull. It may not even register, but that's a huge difference between that's a double action, and then when I pull this hammer back for single action only, the trigger pull on this gun is phenomenal. There's no creep, there's no nothing. It is phenomenal. Okay, this is an all steel gun, so this gun is quite a bit heavier than the 605 poly protector, but what you get is a 6-shot steel. They do make these in a few different colors, but you know it's a good gun. I mean, it's really for what you're paying for it versus the Smith and Wessons and some of the other variations. It's a good gun. Your sights, okay? You got your U notch down there, and then you got your black front sight on this gun. You have an all rubber grip. It is a little bit on the small side. You can get different grips for this gun as well, but I just chose the standard grip because this is kind of just I don't know. It's just it's shotgun, truck gun, tackle box gun. It's just nothing fancy, okay? But that's the 856 and 38 Special. They have different variations of these that you can get in 357 Magnum. I just so happen to find this one at a really good deal. It's 38 Special, which is really all I tend to shoot with these anyways. So I got my 38 Special, and then also neat is the rat shot, the shot shell that you can shoot out of these as well. So I use these for snakes around the property. Now, I want to show you what I think is a really cool gun, and I want to get my hands on, and so I did, is a 605 poly protector. And a lot of people are bashing this gun because it's plastic, and it's not all plastic, okay? It's not all plastic. It's still a steel frame gun. It's just plastic on the outside, okay? That's all there is to it. It's still a steel frame gun, guys. Neat thing about this gun, it's just different. It just looks different. It feels different. It's just different. You got your front fiber optic sight. So you don't have a U notched all the way. I'm going to show you here. So you kind of got that U up top on the 856. You just have the U on the back side of the gun, and then you have your fiber optic front sight on the front. That's the difference there. Okay. One of the differences. One of the other differences too is I do like how the hammer, you still have a hammer, it's just not all the way exposed. Okay, you see that there? So that's kind of neat about the 605 poly protectors. It's still double single action. It's just the hammer's not fully exposed. So it's kind of neat how that is. You do have a rubber grip. It's not as rubbery as the 856. Now the 605 poly protector did come with two different grips. It came with the shorter grip and it does have a longer grip. A little bit longer. Same style, it's just longer. Now, the 605 poly protector. Okay, I will say it's not aesthetically close up great, but it's a cool looking 357 revolver. Now, this being in 357 Magnum, it will shoot 38 special as well. You're only limited to 5 shots on here, so 38 special will also shoot out of the 357. So that's one of the neat things. If you're going to get a revolver, I'd say, you know, if you can find a 357 that you like, grab that because you have the best of both worlds. You can shoot a mighty powerful bang in your face 357 Magnum load round, or you can shoot the 38 special rounds. And so someone wanting to get into shooting, maybe they can't rack a slide, right? Well, you know, there's no racking of a slide of this at all. Push of a button, push this up. Okay, that comes out. You eject your rounds, throw 5 more back in there. I get it, the capacity's not there, but for someone just looking for something, it's better than nothing. So that's kind of the ins and outs. 605 poly protector, I think you can get around the same price as the 856. It's quite a bit lighter. It is a lot lighter than the 856. You can feel it when you pick them up in your hands. It is lighter than the 856. Trigger pull it's the same way. The double action on this gun is the same long, hard pull, but the single action on these, when you cock it back, it's great. It is awesome. And I will just say revolvers are they're cool. They're different. They're not the same plastic, okay, plastic, right? But they're not the same black, semi-automatic guns. It's just something different. And that's what you get. So if you're looking and you're in the market and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a Smith & Wesson, Kimber's got a pretty nice one that I'm trying to get purchased that I'll do a review on. You're not willing to spend those bucks, but you want a revolver. I think Taurus you can't beat it. They make different colors than the 605 poly. They make different colors in the 856. You can get it in 357 Magnum as well. And I don't think you can go wrong. I will say I kind of favor the 605 poly because there's nothing else that really looks the same as this gun, but you can't beat a tried and true steel frame all metal. They call it J frame, snub nose 2-inch revolvers. They're both 2 inches, but that's kind of the comparison. If I had to pick one, I probably couldn't pick, but if I had to, I'd probably pick the 605 poly protector just because it's different. It looks different. You're out shooting with this at the gun range. I can bet you either someone hasn't seen it or is going to ask you about it. So, and they're definitely going to ask you about it if you're shooting 357 Magnums out of this thing. But I think that you can't go wrong with either one of these. Now, I want to also say, even though these are both Tauruses, even though these are both kind of 2-inch snub-nose revolvers, the only kind of gripe I do have is if you do have, this is just a cheap inside the waistband holster, and this is for the 856, okay? This fits the 856, and I plan on getting a leather holster. It's just, I needed something real quick, so this fits the 856. However, your 605 polys, it's just something they did different about them. They don't fit in the same holster, so you will have to get separate holsters for these guns. But that's it. I just want to do a comparison because a lot of people really like the revolver videos. So there you have it. The 605 poly, you can lock this hammer with an Allen wrench. You can't do anything with that on the 856. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have one. Let me know if you love it, if you hate it. I want to hear your thoughts. But that's just some of the comparisons, some of the differences. Thanks for tuning in.